Hi and welcome to this video tutorial with me, Wayne from DrClean.co.uk. In this tutorial we're going to see how to iron a short sleeved shirt. As with everything that we iron with you, we're going to suggest that you have an order of play, and that order of play should be the same every single time you come to that garment. With shirts such as this short sleeved shirt, we would suggest that order runs from top to bottom. You should do the collar, the yoke, the sleeves, and finally the body round the board. So we found that to be the absolute quickest and most efficient way to do a shirt. Also, doing the collar first means you've got the shirt on the board that's unironed. And if you put a shirt on a board that's been ironed to do the collar, you can see that what's going to happen is I potentially am going to crease it as I do it. Not a good idea. So first things first, set your order, and every time you come to do a garment, use the same order. Okay, so let's start with the collar. Now, with us we're going to just feel that collar to see if it's soft or a hard collar. Soft collars aren't collars that flop about, they're collars that are separated from their stiffening. And if a collar is separated for its stiffening, you have to treat it a slightly different way than if it hasn't. In this collar, the stiffening is actually fusing the two bits together. So that means if I go over one particular bit, it's not going to separate from another bit and roll and cause a crease. So I can effectively do this collar by anchoring one side, pulling the remainder, and letting my iron go over the edge and over the edge. And that will produce a really stiff collar for me. You can see just the fact of pulling it has really stretched that out. We're now going to go over to the yoke, as I said before. I'm going to move my body over to the end of the board, and I'm pulling at the fabric. I'm pulling at it all the time because I want to know what result I'm going to get when I actually iron it. I'm going to go just a little bit over the yoke. I've done half the yoke. Now what I'm going to do is switch it round, and we're ready to do the other half. Now there is a chance that I will miss a bit in the middle of this, but just pulling all the time, pulling down. I'm not particularly worried about the centre of the yoke because that's going to be done when I do the back of the garment. Now if you remember, I said the next thing I'm going to do is going to be the sleeves. Now this order that I'm doing would be the same if it was a long sleeve shirt or a short sleeve shirt, but if you look at the menu that we have, there are long sleeve shirts illustrated. Now, we're using our hands underneath to see if we have any creases, and if we do, we'll pull the underneath up. And that's exactly what I'm doing there. Holding the bottom seam, and I'm just seeing that as I do this, it's going to actually be good. I'm in that seam, and I lift the sleeve slightly, so as I move the iron up, it rolls out, and we get a good iron. With shirts, you always want to really do the other side. See, that's nice and flat. Now, we've obviously got two sleeves, so we have to go to the other one. And again, look to get the seam absolutely flat before you start. Hold it down and move up. Crease there. You saw how I got that out? I just picked up the top and move the crease away. You can see I'm just using my hand as an iron to make sure everything's fine when I put my hand onto iron. Just flip that over. I know I've missed a section just up here. Make sure it's flat again. And there we have a second sleeve done. We're now onto the main body of the shirt. Now, as I said in the basics video, you want to pull everything towards you. With shirts you often get a crease running around the bottom, so I'll just do that first. Put your iron on, tension up the buttonhole section and run your iron straight over that. Don't try and do too much at any one particular time. Move it on. If you've got a pocket, go to the edge of the pocket and move in from that edge. And back up to the pocket. Just flatten everything out really nicely. Go up over the middle of the pocket, then over the edge of the pocket. And notice I'm tensioning the fabric all the time I'm ironing. I haven't gone over this particular seam yet, because what I want to do with this is stretch, put a little bit of stretch on that seam so we get it absolutely flat. Again, we've got creases on the bottom, just pull all the time. And we've got a little pleat in here, so we're going to have to deal with that. And what we'll do is just lift up and iron up to about 2 inches from the pleat. Then flatten the garment down. Just cross over the pleat and go with that middle bit that I said was just missed out. Flatten the bottom again, tension, and on. Notice I do very little at any one time before I move it on. What I really want is an absolutely flat piece of fabric. Notice I just went about 2 inches from the second crease, which is there. Just flatten that pull, just clip that in, and move it on again. Every time I want to iron in a particular place, I tension it up. Tension and tension up the seam, so we get a really nice solid seam. It's really important around the edge of a sleeve to give that tension, because it makes it look really crisp, almost like a new shirt. When you come to the buttons, don't actually iron over the buttons if you can help it, just go in and out and all over one side, and we have actually done a short sleeve shirt. Now, I would tend to do 2 buttons up on this, or 3, so I do the top button up to make sure the collar stays nice. Never fold over a collar. And I'd do 2 buttons up under that, missing out a button, so that the shirt stays nice on the hanger. And we'll just centre that if we want to.